And welcome in to the one and only CHGO Bears After Dark, our final Thursday night Bears After Dark before Thanksgiving. I'm going to get emotional tonight many times. Greg Braggs has been having multiple cocktails, and he's ready in the...
Let's go!
Let's do it. And Violeta Podrumedic from the Morning Mix.
Yes, the Morning Mix on WTMX, The Mix.
101.9 FM.
Yes, every morning, 5:30 to 10, please.
I mean, it is a former radio co-worker of mine now in studio here. I've always loved your sports knowledge, your personality, and everything else. And the fact that Violetta has brought in the Coors Light tonight. So
I sure did. Coors Light also has a new nail polish right now that changes colors, like the mountains.
Oh, really?
So that's what, I mean, like, they sold me on it. Now I want to drink Coors Light.
Well, it's a drinking show tonight for sure, and it is a kind of an interesting time. First of all, I want to just get you all caught up on all things CHGO, which is the most important thing that I can do right now if I was doing my job. So we are CHGO Bears After Dark, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. That's right. Download the app and use the promo code CHGO when you sign up. By the way, we have a special guest behind the scenes. I'm not allowed to know if I can mention who's watching the show tonight. Yes, Russ Dorsey, my guy, who, for the record, when he was rising up the Chicago media ranks before he became like the primo guy in all of media, I said early on, Greg Braggs, that Dorsey is going to the moon. He cannot, and just know that my scouting of young talent in this city is on point. I also knew it for you, Violetta, by the way.
Yeah, not a sports star, just radio.
No, the multiple facets.
Okay,
but,
okay.
Anyway, good to have Russ in studio hanging out. And thanks to our friends at DraftKings. Now, today, big day at CHGO. We have an amazing new way for you to get involved. The CHGO Die Hard is here, and basically we want to take you to the next level. We want to hang out with you. Year membership plan comes with a t-shirt, comes with everything that we do here as far as we're going to be doing these takeovers. We're going to Bulls games. We're going to Blackhawks games. We're going to Cubs games. We're going to Sox games. We're having Bears tailgates. You get a huge discount on all of that if you become a diehard. Our merchandise, in addition to the t-shirt, you get 20% off on all of that. Plus, there's going to be exclusive content. Plus, we're going to be doing Zoom calls. Plus, we're hanging out. So we're doing a lot here at CHGO. Check it out, allchgo.com. Become a diehard. It's the best way to live your life. All right.
Yeah, you get a free shirt every year.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Our merch is strong.
The merch is fire.
All right. So here, I want to get into something. And Violetta, you're going to be. I want your take on this.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So the Bears are playing the Atlanta Falcons this week. The Atlanta Falcons play in Atlanta, where they also play in a dome. Okay. Mm-hmm. It is climate controlled in the dome. It is cold in Chicago. Yeah. It is snowing in Chicago. There was a blizzard, at least when I was out in Arlington Heights today, for about an hour. It was just coming down.
Blizzard's a little extreme, but there was snow.
Yeah, okay, you're fine. You're right.
All right.
Over the top on the blizzard, but it was some good snow.
Yeah,
I mean, it was real snow. Mm-hmm. I appreciate your attention to detail there. So. The Bears practiced outside. Yesterday it was cold. They practiced outside today. They're playing indoors. Braggs, is Matt Eberflus trying to make a statement that, hey, we're going to get tough and we're going to play? Because these dudes, they don't want to practice outside.
Is he going to do this when the Bears are in Arlington Heights too, just to send a message? I mean, no, they're playing in a dome this Sunday. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. Does that make any
sense
to you? You're playing in a dome. It's cold. Your guys don't want to practice in a dome. You're going to make a statement to him? I'm not trying to go at my guy, the Flus, because I love you, Flus. But I think this is a little bit weird that we're literally doing something that does not make sense at all as far as the game this Sunday, just to, I don't know, have some weird point. Am I missing something here?
I agree with you, because if it's going to be hot there, I feel like you're actually not training them properly for the conditions that they're going to be involved in. But you got to kind of stay true to the Bears, like true to your climate.
See, no, so, okay, and actually that could be the case, because next week they're playing outside in New York against the Jets, so it probably will be cold, and then after that they're home with Green Bay, so we're not just going to focus on this one game. Is that what's going on? Or
implementing the toughness.
Do you think that's what's going on?
Well, there's no other explanation. He's implementing the toughness.
Do you like it?
No, it makes no sense.
The quote unquote. I mean, Cory Wooten's gonna. You don't like it. Cory Wooten's gonna. You do like it.
I like the toughness. Like, yeah, you losers inside the dome, like all like climate controlled.
Well, see, and that's where Mark goes because he doesn't want the Bears to move to Arlington Heights. He doesn't want to go in some dome. He wants the outdoor stadium.
Violetta, we haven't spoken about this. Where do you want the Bears to stay in Chicago, or do you want them to move it to Arlington Heights?
Okay, this is a tough one. First of all,
I see sweat coming off.
Well, because I'm about to make a big blanket statement that you're not supposed to do. I'm a city girl.
Me too.
Right? So yeah, you are a city girl. So I don't particularly enjoy
Carm's
driving.
a material girl.
Yeah, me too. But so I don't really want to go to Arlington Heights, but I also don't go to football games that often, so it really doesn't matter to me.
Neither does Carm.
No, here's Rob Schwartz. Good to see you in the chat, by the way. Great to see you at the tailgate, and I look forward to you being a one of our fans that are going to be on Bears After Dark, and we're going to get Cory Wooten here in 1 second. But the point is that Braggs, I want him to stay in the city, but they can put a dome in the city.
Oh, come on. You know they're not going to do that.
What?
Look at the Browns.
I don't know.
Yes, you do. They're never going to do that.
I hold everything as possible.
Okay.
Anything is possible.
He's trying to organize some different things put those wheels in motion. But the Bills and the Browns are canceling their game in Buffalo, and now they're going to play in Detroit.
Which is
because
weak.
Thunder snow is expected. 4 to 6 feet of snow
which would
expected
be
in Buffalo.
which would be awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, why not?
Because the Browns have to fly.
Don't you think that'd be awesome? Playing 4 to 6 feet of snow? Let's go. What is football? Why are you going to Detroit? That sucks. Hey, Cory Wooten, let's bring you in here. Woot, appreciate you on 7 zillion levels, even when you're not in studio. Good to see you, Woot. How are you, my friend?
What's up, Carm? Braggs, what's going on? Violetta, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
So Woot, what's up with our guy Flus? Hey, let's practice outdoors even though we're playing in a dome this week. These dudes don't like this. They don't want to practice outside, right?
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't know if it's a toughness element, something like that, but you have to play in the surface that you're playing in. So I kind of didn't understand that. So I don't know. Maybe it's the old tough guy mentality. You practice outside, then all of a sudden you're gonna be tougher. But you got to be smart.
What would you guys be saying as teammates in the locker room when your coach does that on a week when you're playing in a dome? What would you guys be saying to each other under each other's breath?
Everyone be like, man, what the fuck is he thinking? Is he all right?
Oh, you can swear.
You can swear here, Violetta.
Yes. Literally, right? We can curse on the air a little bit, right?
We can. It's encouraged,
okay.
especially on Bears After Dark. What the fuck? Right, exactly. What the fuck are you talking about, Matt Eberflus? And by the way, they're not just saying it to their teammates; they're saying it to me. I'm not going to out anybody, but there's, and so if there's, come on. Why would you do that? I don't get it. Like could you lose some of your guys doing that? I don't think that would happen, but is it possible, Woot?
I don't think he'll lose guys based off this, but I think guys are like, man, what is this guy thinking? Like, we're playing in a dome, right? Like, all the elements are out of the picture. Like, this is pointless. It's cold in Chicago. Like, why are we doing this at this point, right? You want everybody to be as healthy as they can be. And honestly, it sucks sometimes practicing outside when it's cold, when you don't have to play that week, And towards the end of the season, a lot of times people practice inside even when they're playing outside, right? Because, hits are different. You catch a helmet to the elbow, and all of a sudden, a hip pointer or something like that. It's a little different in the winter.
Yeah, your body's hurting. You're playing an NFL season that started back in training camp in July. You've taken on 7,000 hits. Justin Fields is talking about his legs being tired, all of that. And then here's the other one, Woot, this week that I thought was interesting. Violetta, I want your thoughts on this too. You've got Jaylon Johnson playing hurt on Sunday, doing his best to be out there, and then they asked the head coach about it, Matt Eberflus, on Monday, and the Flus says that no excuses, he was out there, and then he throws in that it's up to the player to make that decision. Now, and I got audio here from I asked Jalen yesterday. I said. I don't know if I think I clipped myself out of it, but I asked him, I said, your coach was saying that it's on you, and yet how do you feel, I guess, about that?
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead, and then we can hear what he said. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was going to say in a situation like with the way the Bears are this season, right? Like they're not making the playoffs. So I don't understand why he's not out there. You want him to be 100%, right? He's an integral part of this team and going forward. Like, he's going to be here. He's like one of our best players. So why play him in a situation? So Eberflus, Alan Williams just said, listen, I understand. I love your heart. I love your toughness. But listen, we don't want you to get hurt and further this injury on a season where it really doesn't matter.
Can we hear what Jaylon said? Let me just play this for everybody.
I wouldn't necessarily say that it's that simple as it's just on the player. I mean, even my last injury, I feel like it was something that me, the training staff, and the coaches all were on the same page with. I don't think it's just as simple as, if the player wants to play, then he's going to play. I don't think that it's as simple as that. I definitely feel like it's more of a group thing, and I feel like as a group we all knew what I was dealing with going into the game and just kind of seeing how I was going to do, how I was going to finish, and there was clearly some time where I had to come out because of it and kind of let it calm down. I don't think it was strictly just on me.
Right? Anybody have any disagreements there?
No, but anytime your boss or manager wants you to do something and it's your decision, though. I can't force you to do it. It's your decision. Yeah, right. So that's a tough call to make, and it's hard to put it on the player. Everybody knows it's not the player's decision.
The player is going to play because he doesn't want his let his teammates down, right? So to me, it's on, hey, Jaylon, Matt Eberflus here, head coach of the Chicago Bears. I really appreciate that you want to be out there. However, dude, I'm watching you. You can't move like you normally can. Let's get a guy out there who can actually run. And by the way, again, I really appreciate the fact that you want to help out the team in this situation. But right now, it's probably best that it is best that you're not out there. Could have handled it differently, right?
Yes, especially like this, right? I understand that he says, the training staff goes into it, his decision, the coach's decision. But when they saw him the first drive, they should have known right away, hey, let's shut him down. It's not worth it at this point. You're not moving how we thought you would move and this, that, and the other. And let's put you on the bench at this point, right? And somebody in the comments said Jalen Johnson is not a true shutdown corner. I feel like he's been banged up the past couple weeks for sure. And that's probably why we haven't seen the same production and him look the same way that he did early on in the season, Because in my opinion, I think one day he could be a top 5 corner in this league. He has all the ability. I think he's been banged up the past couple weeks. That's why we've seen him get beat deep a little bit. I think it's been nagging him for a while.
Would it bug you as a player if you did choose it in partly your decision to play last Sunday, but then your coach goes in the post-game press conferences and says no excuses. If you're playing, then you're healthy enough to play, and I'm not going to make an excuse for your lack of production.
Yeah. Well, I think in this day and age, it's such a different game. Like back in the day, you played no matter what, right? Because there's only 16 games now. There's 17, but now guys are being more smart about things. They're like, hey, if I'm not 100% or I'm not here, especially in a season like this, if I'm Jalen Johnson, I'm not playing, right? Because if he's out there, right, he's not 100% and he puts himself at risk to further injure, was it hamstring, right? I believe. Is that what
He's got oblique. It's an oblique.
Oblique, okay, oblique.
Yeah.
So my thing is with everything. He's going to get paid next year, so I think in a situation like that, if you're not 100% in a season that really doesn't matter, there's no playoff implications. You sit out until you're healthy, until you're as healthy as you can be. Right? There's a certain range where people can play and it doesn't impact them and they don't look different. But in this situation, he's obviously looked different since he's been banged up.
Yeah.
He's also going to affect our fantasy football team.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's not playing, great.
Oh, so how's your team doing, Violetta?
Terrible. But it's really bad. But no, just in general, if you're not going out there at 100%, like you said.
See now we got the gambling markets in play here, Woot. I mean, we got everything going on. All right, let me just. We got one. I forget who put it in the comments here, but let's bring up the Bears' newest acquisition, Taco Charlton. You got any hope for thank you, Chirac Bobby. Will Taco Charlton get some snaps? Woot, you got any thoughts on this new defensive lineman? He was wearing sweet Air Jordans yesterday. He had the green. He was wearing the 4s, I believe, and it was a really nice little flavor the way he had it going on. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean he had a good career in Michigan. He's kind of underperformed in the league. He's a first round pick. So my thing is like this: give somebody a chance. But when I played for the Bears, Rod Marinelli was notorious for having former first-round picks, letting them get a last chance here. And I think this is kind of what it is for him, a last chance. We gave Vernon Golston a chance when we were here. We gave Jamal Anderson, the defensive end that got drafted to the Falcons, another chance. So my thing is like this: in a season like this, when you're trying to evaluate, why not bring, some players here? We obviously have a need at defensive end, and who knows, this could be something that could revive his career. And then you found a gem there, somebody looking to revive their career.
Yeah, well, second chances. You got any hopes for Taco over there, Braggs?
I mean, I've never met a taco that wasn't good. That's a fat joke. Means. No, I love tacos. Yeah. They're great. So I'm expecting big things.
Best taco in the city, anybody? Let's bring us back to Chicago.
You're the one you two. You're the city girls.
Yes, we are. I'm fine. I got to go Trace Ponchos on Diversey.
Trace Ponchos, Diversey. Anybody in the chat, weigh on in. Best tacos in the city. I don't normally go taco. I'm more burrito, and my place is Tony's, Damon and Belmont.
Like Tony's grocery store?
Tony's Burritos.
Oh.
Tony's is sweet. Me and my guy Wilson Contreras of the Chicago Cubs were hanging out there way back in the day. Wilson.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I think you dropped his name.
So it was.
Oh.
Is that why it's your favorite burrito?
No.
Okay.
But that is a special little thing in my heart. Me and my guy Contreras hanging out, and nobody. This is before he became big. Nobody recognized him. I'm like, Can I? And I don't normally do this because I'm a professional myself. But I was like, can I grab a pic real quick? And
you fanboyed it, Carm. Come on.
I had to go pick.
You fanboyed it.
Woot. Before you go here, do you let Justin Fields throw football in a more aggressive way than what the Bears have been doing? To keep him. Yeah, go ahead.
1,000%. 1,000%.
What does more aggressive mean?
So as far as more aggressive, taking more shots, passes 20 yards or more, right? And I think that's the area where we haven't seen, right? We've seen some of the shorter, the intermediate throws. He's got the touch throws now, the intermediates, but now the next step is the deep pass, right? The hard play action that takes the top off the defense. And we know he can run. We know he can do all these, short and intermediate throws. So the next progression is to get that long passing game. And my thing is like this. I'm not really worried about if he's throwing, picks or not right now. You got to take some shots, right? And this is all about his development, right? Have him one-on-one on Claypool or Darnell Mooney or St. Brown on a shot deep, and let's see what can happen. So I think that's the biggest thing going forward that they need to improve on. That's the last element of Justin Fields' game he needs to improve on.
Do you worry about no Khalil Herbert? He's production-wise putting up better numbers than Montgomery. Like, how big of a next 4 weeks, and maybe it's longer, depending on how long Herbert's out, how big is these next 4 weeks for David Montgomery to potentially get a payday here in the offseason?
It's huge for him. The opportunity just opened up right in front of him because the way that the season has been unfolding, right, you could make an argument, and everybody has seen it. Khalil Herbert is a better running back. I'm not saying – Montgomery can do it all. He can pass block, he can catch it out of the backfield, he can give you the short yardage. But Khalil Herbert, as a running back, a home run hitter, he has the speed. He has the yards per carry. So it was kind of shielding what David Montgomery can do. So these next 4 weeks are a big audition for him. He wants to get paid, and I think this could be an opportunity to him to increase that payday.
Woot, last thing. I'm out there on Twitter. People are responding. They love me to the end of the earth. Let's get our guy Velus Jones in the backfield. Let's hand him the football. Let's see what he can do. You got any problem with that idea?
I.e. Cordero Patterson.
Sure.
Look how that's worked out for him. That's kind of been the X factor when you slide him in there at running back. So he's explosive. Why not give it a shot? We have literally nothing to lose, right? We're not trying to make the playoffs at this point. It's all about evaluation. Where can Velus Jones fit? He's a rookie right now. So obviously we got to see where he can fit in this. Special teams have been a little rough, but, he's got the speed. He's got the quickness. Let's see what he can do.
We do have a question in the chat from Jake Flanagan. He wants to know, What is your favorite pair of Jordans you own in your closet?
Oh man, I would probably say the '96 Space Jam Jordans. Yeah, the 11s. Those are probably my favorite. You can't go wrong with the patent leather. So those are my favorite. I know Jake is a sneakerhead as well. He tries to show me up when I'm in the studio, but I try to come with that heat. And I ain't talking about Miami. All right?
So I don't mean to be rude here, but I am gonna. Woot, that just shows your age. You're young. If I was your age, I might say that, but like that, you're missing out on the 2s and the 3s because you were just coming out of the womb at that point. But the youth of MJ and the sweetness of those shoes. That come on, man.
I like the ones. The ones are my favorite. But I'm talking about my absolute favorite. Comfort, the way it looks, everything.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being young. You're fine.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I'm 35. I'm actually pretty old, Carm, right?
Yeah.
I got some gray hairs and stuff. Come on.
No, 35 is a baby. I'd kill to be 35. But yes, Violetta, congratulations.
Well, I'm just saying, you want to come after him for being young.
No, I just
Nobody's like, hey, go dye your hair.
Okay, let me rephrase. I should have been like, I not know his history. How's that? His history.
Yeah.
But
What year were you born,
okay,
Corey?
1987, bro.
Okay, so you saw the Jordan
June
era.
22nd, 1987.
Yeah.
How do you not?
Jesus.
How do you not have How do you not have his birthday memorized?
Guys, I thought we were boys, brick by brick, What the?
Yeah, we're boys.
Yo, what is going on here?
I'm sorry, I'm not on a knowing your birthday level yet. Like creepy Carm over here.
I mean, I might have looked it up,
Yeah,
possibly.
it's all public knowledge on Wikipedia. I get it.
That's true.
That's exactly
That's
right.
true.
His middle name is Andrew. He's a former American football defensive end who played in the National Football
No,
League.
they have the middle name wrong though.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Well, you
it's
can
Albert, man.
update. Like I can update your Wikipedia because it's like free.
So that means
Like,
it's an A, but it's not Andrew.
Like, I
They
can
guessed
put-
at it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like I can put in your
It's Albert.
Wikipedia now. Best friends with Greg as part of like
Yeah.
some of your
brick
facts.
by brick.
Yeah, yeah. So watch
Woot,
out.
Woot, you in studio on Monday?
Yep, I'll see you on Monday, and I'm looking forward to the chat between Greg Braggs because he's brick by brick, but he's got to keep himself updated.
I'll be working.
in between the bricks. He's ready.
Hey, Woot. Actually, I got one more thing for you because we the whole company was on a Zoom call yesterday. Thank you very much. Meeting. We were having a meeting. We were discussing the rolling out of the new CHGO membership. Die Hard today. Become a Die Hard. It's what you need to do with your life. And so Greg Braggs chimes in with an idea. He's like, hey, there's a lot of guys out there that want to talk Bears with us. And, they want to talk to Adam, and they want to talk to Nick, and they want to talk to Will. And then he just left it right there. I'm on the call, doesn't mention me, and he didn't mention you. NFL player. Wow. He didn't mention Carmi V. Covers the league for Fox Sports and sits in here. Just left it at those two. Jake Flanagan had to jump in there like, what about Carm? And I'm like, yeah, exactly right. What about Carm? And I'm like, and by the way, what about Woot? And what about Carmi V? That's our guy, brick by brick, right there. Huh?
Wow, Braggs,
No
really?
comment.
Like,
no comment.
First, no birthday. Now this.
He's really revealing himself. You know what I mean? And how could you forget about Carm of all people? I understand.
We're in a rocky spot.
I'm not in the studio every day, so I get it.
Look,
it's
we're in
out
a
of
rocky
mind, out of
spot
sight.
in our relationship. We just got to keep working through it. This will make us stronger in the end.
Yeah, but next time maybe you can mention our names, because
Next time.
you bring value.
Next time.
You bring value to CHGO, right, Carm? Come on.
I mean, we're trying. We're out here. We're doing things. And
know.
you're shouting him out brick by brick. You can't even throw in a
I
mention.
know all the time, and he's like, oh yeah, Hogue and Will and Nick and.
I mean, we got one guy.
Now it's a comedy special for him. Look at him giggling over there. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And William Kane. That's rude. Do fans actually want to talk to Carm? I got to sleep tonight, William. I've been putting 30 years into this career, William. Come on now.
Yeah. No.
Water for ducks back. Don't worry about it.
Carm, you kill it, man. Don't let anybody hold you down, man.
Thank you, Will.
I got your back. I got your back, Greg. Even though it's questionable if you have mine. Violetta, I got your back too. We just met, but I got you.
I'm just saying.
You
we
can
got
get me back, like I said, with next tailgate. Me and you, Corey, will do the Oklahoma drill for the Twitter for the content machine.
Oh man, this guy said he graduated high school in '86. Man, dang. Yeah, that's when you say you're old at 35. People are like, really? Yeah, you're not old.
Yeah. My man Chris, I mean, everybody's offended. All right. Hey, Woot.
No, age is just a number.
Well, yes, of course. But no.
Unless it's not legal, and then it's like a whole nother issue.
And it is
After dark. Let's go. Woot, see you Monday.
All right, see you guys. Have a good one.
Cory Wooten.
Okay, bye.
The one person on our staff who played in the NFL, but according to Greg Braggs, they just want to talk to Hogue and Nick and Will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right. I want to segue over to some of the things that Violetta wanted to bring up tonight. Yes,
Well, because sports isn't necessarily my biggest talking point.
You grew up in Chicago, henceforth you are more than qualified to be on CHGO.
Okay.
You're the very fabric of the city. You went to high school at where again?
Resurrection High School, all girls, Catholic.
There we go. And then you went to college at UIC.
I sure did, for the Flames.
There we go. And you started your radio career at Chicago's very own
WGN Radio.
Right, and now you're on the morning mix.
Yes, I am.
I think you're very qualified to be on CHGO for all your Chicago history, for one.
Well, honestly, I think CHGO would benefit from a girl's perspective who doesn't really watch sports because we're around it so much. And I'm there for the snacks. You know what I mean?
Right.
I love a good dip, a whole table full of dips.
Best thing you can possibly have at a Super Bowl party for you would be?
Crab dip?
Crab dip.
Buffalo wings?
Buffalo wings?
Oh, buffalo chicken dip is so good. Target has one, and you don't even have to make it yourself. And you just put some pita chips on the table next to it. Delicious.
Straight right. And then a good burnt pizza to rock and roll, perhaps?
Okay, yeah. We've eaten a pizza together, and I like to order pizzas well done, which is extra crispy, burnt.
Yep.
And especially if you're cooking them at home, it's just better, like a Red Baron or something.
And we brought in a little Giordano's tonight. Since
they don't overcook it.
They don't overcook it. See, they knows the quality. All right, but so here I'm going to run through your topics here. Just can we do the first one because I want your thoughts.
Okay,
on
I
this.
forgot what the first one is.
The first one is Tom Brady and Gisele. You have thoughts on this? I want to know. We have had a major divorce of the greatest football player of all time. That most people would say. I wouldn't say that, but that's fine. I'm in the vast minority. And Gisele, what do you want to say about this, Violetta?
So my whole thing about this is I feel like he's done so well in his career because of his partner being supportive along the way. So this is why it's interesting to me football-wise. Now that she's leaving him, the first game she wasn't at, he lost.
Uh-huh.
And now he's got all these added stresses. Life's not easy at home. How's that going to affect his playing?
Interesting. Braggs, thoughts?
Well,
I saw a smile over there.
He's 2-0, right? Since they got the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
So
didn't he lose the first game? Is she just? I'm
not sure. I thought he was 2-0. I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, they had a comeback.
Well, maybe since the
2 weeks
original
ago.
divorce.
They had a comeback 2 weeks ago, and then they won in Germany this past week.
So I don't know. It's tough.
You think he's unstoppable no matter what?
Yeah, I'm a big Tom Brady guy.
Okay. See, I think his divorce is going to be the one thing that kind of slows him down, at least in the beginning. You're depressed, right? Your wife's leaving you, the kids, you got to figure out all this stuff, the millions of dollars, billions of dollars you need to divide up. All of that is going to weigh and play into your ability.
Listen, we're actually hitting on a slightly sensitive topic for real life outside of football happening, and then real life just for anybody outside, just being able to do your job at a high level when you're going through stuff like that is not easy, for sure. When I look at the Brady Gisele situation, it was pretty obvious to me, at least from not to be in their private life, but when he's retiring at the time, I said and he said it he had basically promised that he would retire, and I'm like, dude, you can still play football. You don't know when your gifts are going to go away, when Father Time is going to catch up. But since you've done whatever you've done off the field to keep yourself as with it physically as he's done, he can still play. And what is he possibly going to do in his life that's going to give him more joy So
his family. That's the whole point.
But that's impossible.
Like, I'm Gisele right now. Like, yes, dude, I know this is your pride and joy. Like,
Yes.
everything you want to do in life.
Yes.
But a promise is a promise. They're in a partnership, right? So, like, this is obviously just touching on relationships and stuff. But if he said he was going to do it, he leaves, changes his mind, does that twice. She's like, okay, I'm outie. Like, this is dumb.
Russ,
You're not following
thoughts?
through.
No, you're good. Braggs, that's Steven. Somebody weigh in on this.
I think he was married to football first.
Yes. He's married to his career first.
Oh, and that's fine, but she's going to leave. And I hope it ruins his career.
Right, like the comedian, Mark, that you had on for After Dark.
Do what?
The comedian you had on.
Yes.
What was his name again?
Art.
I apologize. The comedian.
Was
I
he
put
really
you on the
funny?
spot. He was really funny, and he went viral.
Dion. Our main man, Dion. He was awesome.
He went viral because he made this funny video, which was more of a bit. But at the end of the day, he said to his girlfriend, she was like, why do you care so? He's like, I've been with this team longer. I've known you for 3 months. I've been with this team my whole life. And that's the truth. Like, you know, I've been a fan of my teams my whole life. I've only been married to Jenny for 10 years. I've been with her for 20, but I've been a Bulls fan since, 1989.
Right.
So.
Jenny is a lucky girl.
She is.
She might lock the doors when I get home,
No, I mean, I get it. And honestly, in your guys' defense, I think it's somewhat unreasonable for her to say, stop doing this mega career just because I want you at home. But also, like, when's enough? Like, you're making all of this money, and I get that it's your passion, but you're going to always feel second fiddle when he's leaving 24/7.
But okay, and also uncomfortable, but not second fiddle.
Why? A lot of time and energy goes into being a professional football player.
That's true, but you're number one in this corner. In the corner of my love life, who I care about to the end of the earth, she's number one. She's the GOAT in that corner.
We'll agree to disagree.
Okay.
I hope that he does bad.
Yeah, I think he's probably quietly regretting it all because they're not playing that well.
He's not. Well, he'll be okay.
She'll be okay too. She makes a lot of money, and they'll both have romantic partners.
Right, they'll all move along as what we do. All right, second topic that you have is your fantasy football team. What position are you in?
Oh my God, I don't know. I don't know how to use the app. It's very confusing. I don't know if that's a sponsor of the show. I hope it's not. And
no, we're backed by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Okay,
which
perfect.
reminds me, I should probably talk about our other sponsors. But go ahead.
No, so my whole thing about this is the first time I'm doing fantasy football. I've never done it before. I've never done any sort of gambling, sports betting, whatnot. And it's like with our work. So, and we're just doing goodwill. We're not doing money. But
listen to me. Log into the DraftKings Sportsbook and take the over on Justin Fields rushing yards until you lose, and tell everybody how smart you are.
Okay.
Seriously. That's what you need to do.
I will do that. I will do that once I download the app. Right now, though, I just learned how to like switch players because I had like 3 players not in.
We're like
the
10
game.
weeks into the season.
I know, but I was doing pretty well without it. So then people started getting
Now
like
it's
injury
bye
reserved
weeks
and bye
and-
weeks.
yeah.
So I had Trevor Lawrence, right, long-haired quarterback.
Uh-huh.
And he's got a bye
Sunshine,
week.
like
Yeah,
from
he
Remember
was
the
pretty
Titans.
good this whole time. I had to switch him out
How's
for
your
Kate
lineup looking
Pickett.
tonight? Do you have anybody playing tonight?
Yeah, maybe. So
So you're not doing great in this league. is
I'm
what
not.
you're
I think I
saying.
won 2 games.
Well, you won too.
Hey,
Okay,
well, you know what?
So what day is it today?
Even the
Thursday.
smartest
Today is Thursday.
fantasy guys are losing.
November the 17th. The Green Bay Packers are playing the Tennessee Titans.
I have R. Woods as a WR right wing. What is that?
That'll be.
Oh boy. Who's on your bench?
Don't do that
for
again.
Other wide
Don't,
receivers?
don't. You're just kidding about that. That's wide receiver. No problem. You're good.
This is so fun, right? Having a girl.
It's great. No, it's great.
What did you call that? Actually, tell me one more time what the WR is. Right ring.
No, right wing, like in basketball, but whatever.
I
Hockey.
always say there's too many experts.
There's a wing
not
in
enough
basketball
fans.
too.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Get out of here. I was the right wing. I know.
Yeah. I always say there's too many experts, not enough fans. So
I agree.
who's on your bench?
My bench. A lot of people with
your team
red.
to Brett?
Here, take this. Yeah, do what you do. Do your magic. Don't go through my pictures. And
well, now that you mentioned, no.
You can pause for a second. I'm going to tell
it's tough
everybody.
because like there's go ahead.
I'm just going to tell everybody while Braggs is looking through Violetta's fantasy football team. The best way to watch football and any sport is doing it while you're eating Greenridge Farm, the Chicago local meat and cheese company, offering the best all-natural option. They're the makers of all-natural deli meat, sausages, and the famous meat sticks. Perfect for tailgating, happy hour, school lunches. All natural the meat sticks are. And they do come in a bunch of flavors: chicken, black forest beef, jalapeno cheddar Violetta, spicy chili. Yes, indeed. Available in your Costco refrigerated section. Look for Greenridge Farm. And right now, when you order any 3 meat products at greenridgefarm.com, they do include a pack of those meat sticks in your cart, absolutely free. Just put that promo code CHGO in at checkout, and you officially are living the dream. 2 brothers coming together to make Greenridge Farm the best damn place on earth to get your quality meats and cheeses. I love it.
Seriously.
I mean, the reactions at the tailgate for Greenridge Farm was just 100% confirming what we already know over here, which is awesome. And lastly, the Game Time ticket app is how you should get all your tickets to concerts, events, and perhaps even go see the Bulls play tomorrow night against Orlando. They are absolutely struggling along. And wow, ticket prices are expensive. Cheapest seats though, right here. Game Time tickets up top, $90 to get in. Wow, that's a market that's probably going to come down at some point. But you won't find a better price for the Bulls in Orlando anywhere else than at Game Time tickets. And the app is super easy to use. And again, not just sporting events, concerts, shows, the whole deal. You want to sit up top, want to sit behind home plate. They've got it for you, courtside. Game Time tickets. 15 million people have downloaded it. And if you love CHGO, best way to support us is by buying your tickets through the link in the description. Adam Hogue's coming up in a second here. What do you got on Violetta's team?
Yeah, what do we got?
We made some moves here. We put Brandon Cooks in. I sat Robert Woods for tonight because Thursday night games are always tricky. He's playing tonight, but you can never trust the scoring on a Thursday night. You need some help at tight end.
Yeah,
you got Moreau from Las Vegas. That's not a great option, but there wasn't.
How do we get a better one?
Well, you go to where it says players,
and
then you go to top available tight ends. You got Robert Tonyan, who is available, and he plays for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers does throw the ball at times. Not a great option, though. And then you also have Michael Gallup available as a wide receiver. You need a little help at wide receiver. But for tonight, I put Brandon Cooks in your lineup. He plays on Sunday. And then you got Deontay Johnson. You got good running backs.
Okay.
You got Ramondre Stevenson. You got James Conner, Christian McCaffrey. Solid options. Your quarterback is a mess here with Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is starting.
But he's got a good point average on there, it says.
I know. So, yeah, you're looking at the projections.
Yeah.
I mean,
what else can I look at?
Just
knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the other option, you got Jacoby Brissett. They're playing in a dome now. It's not going to be in 6 feet of snow, so that changes some things.
Right.
But it is the Bills. So
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Just roll with that because he's not your starting because you got Trevor Lawrence as your starting. But yeah, your team's a mess. You're 2-8.
You should be a motivational speaker.
It's okay.
Yeah, right.
I'm actually 2-8 in my league.
You are?
And I won my league.
Oh my God, that makes me feel so good.
So it happens to the best of us. Sometimes it's not even about what you know. It's just about the luck of the draw week to week. So
I agree.
We made some moves.
Thank you.
I didn't peek into your pictures.
Nope, I was watching. Yeah.
It's a dangerous game to play.
It is. It's like one picture, like 1,000 different ways. You know what I mean? But they're like very interesting ways.
Yes.
So yeah, my team name's easy to beat, and as of right now, I'm living up to that. Sadly.
It's okay. All right. Yeah. I fantasy football's tough. A lot to know. And then you got to do it every week.
Also, it's like, we do it at the office. I'm like, oh my God.
I used to hate it when I first started getting into it and everybody started getting into it because, I want to root for my team. I want to root against the teams that directly impact my team.
Right.
So then to have to pick players that are a part of those teams kind of crosses my fandom. But I've learned to accept it over the years, and over the 2 of the last 3 years, I actually won our league, which we do play for money. So it helped in the bank account because last year I won $1,500.
Wow.
So
there you go, Braggs.
Then you stop complaining. Like my wife hated it for years because I never win, and I'd always complain about it. She's like, "Stop playing it." Then I'm like, "I can't. It's a pride thing." Then I won $1,500, and we're like, "Okay, let's play again.
Let's go.
Let's be very smart about how you draft."
And now she's like reminding you it's Thursday. Did you pick your lineup?
Right. So this year has kind of been a meltdown. I had a bad draft. It's all about how you draft. So next year when you do this,
I did
hit
auto
us up
draft.
and we'll help you. Oh boy. It's just next year.
I was out. They're we're doing it tonight at 7 p.m. I'm like, yeah, I'm busy. I don't know.
And the worst part about auto draft is like depending on if you do it in 60-second or 90-second intervals for the pick, everyone that's doing it live has to wait the full 60 or 90 seconds to tick by.
I love
before your
pissing people
auto
off
draft.
like that.
Yeah, so that works. So next year when you guys do your draft, let us know and we'll help you out.
All right, last Violetta topic. We'll move off the fantasy team, and we will go to. You wanted to talk about ranking best sports to watch and why. Ranking best sports to watch and why. Now, Braggs, you're a diehard, and by the way, become a diehard CHGO. Let's go.
Do it.
As you stare at Tennessee and Green Bay in the corner and not listen to me.
Right. Well, I was worried it was Robert Woods because I just put him on the bench, but it wasn't. It was Burks.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Let's go, Violetta. Rankings. Favorite sports to watch.
Well, like I said, to me, it's about the experience. So each sporting event has a different vibe, atmosphere, all of that. So if like the most fun to watch or be at is probably hockey because it's fast paced. You get to be kind of cozy.
Hurts my heart, but yes, I get it.
You know what I mean?
That chill. You like the chill of the ice.
Yeah.
Feeling and the smell of the ice. Like when
does the ice smell
there's
to
like
you?
a little bit of like coldness.
It's a crisp smell.
You're right.
It's crisp.
Yeah, I like
like clears your senses.
Right. It's very invigorating like that. And I think it's just fast paced. Like you don't get bored. It's hard to get bored. And it's not long. Like I mean, baseball games, I don't stay past the 7th inning stretch. I mean, I just can't. But I love it because it's a summertime activity. Get to eat a hot dog and it's a nice chill like summer Chicago day.
Underrated part of Violetta's career is that she used to own a hot dog stand on the lakefront.
I did, yeah. Hot dogs. I
and
love
Mike
hot
North.
dogs.
True story.
But yeah, so then I guess I haven't been to a basketball game in God knows how many years.
That's unfortunate.
Yep. So I really don't know about that vibe. And then football is like cold in Chicago.
So you're putting football last on the Bears show? Am I hearing that right?
No, I like to watch it on
early in the
TV.
year.
It's a TV game, and that's all about like being at a house party and like watching.
Right. It is a tremendous sport from your couch.
What's the biggest game you've been to? Is there any like the most memorable or the biggest
Great question.
game you've ever been to?
Don't overthink it. It's on your notes right that you said.
Well, right. So, okay, the biggest game probably that really actually jump-started my career was the year before the Cubs won the World Series, they won the wild card game.
Right.
And it was away, but I was in Wrigley covering it.
There you
so
go.
nobody wanted to, like, they didn't expect them to win. Nobody was out there. I was like a little baby associate producer. They're like, go, Violetta, grab your cell phone and do some social media stuff. I was like, great. So I go, and the Cubs end up winning the World Series. It's like mayhem in Wrigley, like the coolest night ever. And it was the first time that I was on radio, so it was very, very exciting.
Okay, so you weren't in Cleveland. You were outside Wrigley.
I was outside Wrigley.
Okay, that's
Just as cool. Huh?
which is
It
just
was
as cool.
cool.
Were you outside Wrigley there, Mr. Cubby?
wasn't.
You were not.
I wasn't.
You had your sign at home.
I had to work that next morning.
What?
That's a long story.
That's
You can
that's
just
that's
go
terrible.
But you
on it.
remember it that vividly.
I was with my mom. We watched the game together, but I was experiencing extreme FOMO because I wasn't at the game, which I
Right.
would have done first and foremost. Tickets got down to like $700 for standing room only, and then I wasn't around the stadium, but I was with my family and friends. And when it happened, it was pretty magical.
It was cool, right?
It was. All right, to be continued. Let's bring in our guy, Mr. Adam Hoge from his palatial estate, joining us now. Looks like he's taking notes on the Falcons and the Bears, and was out at practice today. No, what are you writing down over there, Sir Hogue?
Yeah, I'm watching a video of whatever David Kaplan's news. I was about halfway through the video from his kitchen.
He's leaving NBC, huh?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't.
What?
It's one of my best media buddies didn't give me the heads up. I'm getting texts from it on the show. Why is I have no idea.
I only got halfway through the video, so I don't know the rest of it. But yeah, that's what I was doing, not taking notes on the Falcons.
That's okay, Adam.
Slacking.
Cap on the move. So you were at practice today, Sir Hogue. What stood out from Luke Getsy and company?
I think my biggest takeaway when I left the building today, and I tweeted it a little bit earlier, is that I think there's no question Chase Claypool's going to play more on Sunday. Getsy pretty much said it. So Getsy admitted that they've been tagging the plays, which is something I've talked about. By the way, hi, Violetta. Long time no see.
I know, you're so serious.
Sorry. I get serious when I talk football.
Adam's always locked in.
I mean, he is.
I apologize. Too serious.
No,
Too
it's
serious.
good.
Getsy said that they had been tagging the plays, which is something I've talked about on the show before. It was basically just means like, hey, here's the play call, and then right at the end, here's what you do, Claypool. And so he hinted that they might not have to do that this week, that he might be, far enough advanced to know that. And I figured if that was the case, then he'll play more. But then, Tyke Tolbert, the wide receivers coach, we had a chance to talk to him today, and he basically said as much. Expect a much larger package of plays. The one that I found interesting is I think there's a chance Velus Jones Jr. might be active again. And I think it'll be most likely is the kick returner, because Tolbert also said he's just been more involved in special teams this week. And that would make sense, because remember, Khalil Herbert's out, and they have to fill a few roles for Khalil Herbert, because he's not only your backup running back, but he's on your punt team, he's on your kickoff coverage team, he's your kick returner. He's got a lot of jobs that have to be filled by a lot of different people.
So the way you phrased it, it caught me off guard, I guess, with Velus might actually be active. Like, I assumed that he was going to be. So you don't think that's a foregone conclusion?
I mean, if you just look at it from a wide receiver standpoint, I think it's far from a gone conclusion. I think, but I think it has more to do with the kick return. Someone's got to do it. And the problem with having Treston Ebner do it is if he's your only other active running back with David Montgomery, you can't afford to let him get hurt. Right. And players get hurt on kick return. That's how Khalil Herbert got hurt. So that's always a risk you're taking. And so if you look at it from Velus Jones' standpoint, all right, what's Velus Jones' job? Well, if he's just your kick returner, then you don't have to worry about, losing something else if he were to get hurt. And so that's why I think it makes a lot of sense.
All right. Listen, get him out there. Let's go. Got nothing to lose. Put him on the turf. Let's use the speed. Let's get him going. Velus belongs on the field. Bears fans, by the way, I love you, William Kane, Casey, Matt, Saint, everyone who I'm looking at right now. We're having a little bit of an overreaction to one drop on a bomb that he should have caught, yes, and the punt was horrendous. I'm not saying we're overreacting to the punt, because he does not look like a punt returner, but it's not. And I'm not sitting here saying that the guy has great hands, because he doesn't. but let's not completely bury the guy because he dropped one ball that he should have caught, even two. So I'm not. All I'm saying is that I want to see more. That's my point with Velus. It's a little premature to be like, this guy sucks, let's never see him again.
I do too. And I think there's a way to ease him back in there where he's active on game day. I think one of those is giving him the kick return responsibilities, which I think he can do. He hasn't really. Well, he's had a couple. Was that preseason or was that just the beginning of the season? Now I'm forgetting, but he had a couple decent returns out to midfield. And then on top of that, I think now that Claypool's here, he doesn't need to be the guy that's running the go route downfield and dropping the pass. I mean, that should be Chase Claypool's job. There's other players that can do that now. And so just be careful with what responsibilities you're giving him. Maybe give him the end arounds you've been giving Equinemius St. Brown. Velus Jones should be faster at that. So I think there's a way to get him in there into this offense without putting too much on his plate.
Yeah, to me, you saw that one of my favorite plays of the last game was where Justin Fields ran up to the line of scrimmage like he was going to sneak the 3rd and short, and then they ran the end around to St. Brown while everyone was kind of crashing in over the center. And I think that's kind of the perfect play for Velus. He's shown that already of being capable of doing kind of the misdirection stuff that's going to help, get eyes off of Justin in the backfield. So I completely agree giving Velus a shot. We're getting to that point in the season where, you got to find out what you have in guys and, not worry as much about chemistry and things like that and let it build up.
McFly guy, he's 25, not 35. McFly guy, you settle down. Listen to philosophy. Bears fans overreact to not everything's a little strong philosophy, but yes, but the Velus thing we need to chill, and maybe just realize the big picture thing. There is no loss for the Bears in playing Velus Jones right now. If he's terrible, then he helps you get a higher draft pick. We're good. But Getsy did open up, did he not, Adam, about perhaps like anything's possible as far as who's going to be carrying the football going forward from the running back position? Did I hear that cut correctly?
No.
That's unfortunate. I thought he said they're going to.
I'm just messing with you a little bit. I know what you want to hear from Getsy. Let me set it up for you, okay?
Exploring options.
I wouldn't say he opened up. He was asked a question: could Velus Jones potentially take carries in the backfield? And to translate his answer, it was, well, we're looking at everything, which wasn't a no.
Who asked that question?
Who did ask that question?
Stealing Mark's idea.
Wow, I can't remember now. I apologize to whoever asked that question today.
Was it Emma? Was it Grody? Was it Fishbane? Was it Johns? Start naming every Bears reporter.
I know. I can't.
Was it you?
It was not me.
It could have been me. Sometimes I forget.
He's forgotten.
So I have a question, Adam. The Bears, everybody seems to be saying that they're doing well, yet they're not winning. Why aren't they winning?
Good question.
I'm one of the people saying that.
Yeah, see, Violetta, this is a very controversial topic that you're getting on.
Me and Adam have been fighting all week about this.
Because if I tell you the reasons why they're not winning the games, then it comes off as like I'm bitching about everything, and it's a big, giant problem, despite the fact that I have acknowledged
bitching. Give it to me.
1,000
If he says
times.
anything, I'm going to clip it, put it on Twitter, and then we're going to vilify him for it.
Yes, this is how this works here. Look, the whole team sucks besides the quarterback. I mean, not the whole team, but a lot of the team, mostly the defense. It's been a problem. The offense has actually been, it's actually pretty impressive what they're doing on offense, considering that they still don't really have an outstanding offensive line or wide receivers that are giving them much. So yeah, it's just they're still too limited on defense, and Braggs doesn't want to hear this, but the offense has failed at multiple opportunities to win the game in the fourth quarter. I
didn't hear you.
Yeah.
He didn't hear you. So what does Justin Field need? What does he need most, right? What's going to help him potentially win a game if he's carrying the team right now?
2 for 2, Violetta. That's 2 in a row.
Yeah, pretty good. Well, right now, to just win right now, he needs a defense. I don't know if that's going to
what
come.
Specifically? I need specifics.
Wow, this is good reporting by her.
Hard hitting.
All right. He needs a true number one wide receiver, which they don't have, and they're probably not going to have this year. He needs, a stud interior offensive lineman. The answers to all these questions are really like stuff that's going to come in the offseason.
Okay, fine.
To be honest.
You can dodge it like that.
Am I wrong, guys?
What?
Am I wrong, guys?
You're right.
I'm just leaving you out there to, handle it.
No, you're right. I just like seeing you get picked on, Adam. No, I guess I wanted to ask you, because I saw you the other day on our show here on CHGO Bears over on the afternoon while I was laying bricks, and you're talking about coming around to at least accepting the silver lining that the Bears could have a high pick in the draft, which I was proud of you for getting there, even if you were always there, but I'm just going to phrase it like that. The next question that I want to ask you is, and I was going to hit you on Sunday about it, but while I got you here, Sunday, or, you said Well, they got to develop more people than just Justin Fields. Who would you say is developing at this point? Like, I'm going to have my list for you on Sunday, but off the top of your head, who would you say is developing right now despite the losing?
That's a good question.
Got him.
No, I got answers for you.
I like it. I'm ready.
So essentially, who are the players who are doing enough this season that you feel like they're building blocks?
Positively developing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people, the jury's still out on Braxton Jones. He's graded out really well for me. I mean, sometimes these grades come in higher than I even think they do, or expect them to. Mm-hmm. So I think he's at least at a minimum a piece that you're going into the offseason at. Let me put it this way. I think he's one of your starting 5 offensive linemen next year.
Jenkins too?
I think Tevin Jenkins is answer number 2 to that on the offensive line. The more complicated piece, I think, is Cody Whitehair, who's also playing pretty well on the offensive line, but is older. His contract situation, is that. But the thing about that is the Bears aren't necessarily going to be in a position where they have to cut payroll for any reason, right? So that's a guy you could potentially keep. Even David Montgomery is a guy I think you could keep at the right price.
I almost would qualify Montgomery as a guy that's not developing at the trajectory we'd want. To me, he's having a worse year than he did last year, right or wrong?
Well, that might be.
Herbert's the one going the right direction, right?
Well, I do agree that we've seen David Montgomery's ceiling. I think my argument with Montgomery is what he gives you is still really important. Not to say that you can't bring in a different running back who can pick up dirty yards too and get you first downs. But for this team right now, if you're going to let him go in the offseason, you can't just assume that Khalil Herbert's going to do all the things that David Montgomery can do. I don't think that's fair because I think they are different running backs. Beyond that, though, I think Jaylon Johnson is still a piece of this. I think that Cole Kmet is obviously coming around and a piece of this thing. Defensively is where you start to run into questions. I do think that Jaquan Brisker is going to be a solid starter for this team. I do think Kyler Gordon falls in that category too. I think the inconsistencies this year with those guys are either, and we're probably not going to know this until at least next year, but the question I think that the Bears are going to have in the offseason is, are these two guys that are just going through rookie issues, that all rookies tend to go through, and this might be more of what you see in the future in terms of a ceiling, or can they keep getting better and better and better and really be the type of stars that you want to pay long term? But they have time to figure that out.
All right, before you go and get onto your family night over there, I just want to let you know that I'd like to apologize for what I said on the show yesterday about Trestan Ebner and his perhaps lack of speed. After speaking to Ebner yesterday at practice, I have fallen in love with what Trestan Ebner is going to bring this team. He has won me over, and I am very excited for the Trestan Ebner experience. I want that on the record, Hogue.
All it takes.
Is that Jake?
Yeah.
Jake's still here.
Jake Flanagan's still at his office, who loves Trestan Ebner too for some reason. I am on Ebner. I want to be. I'm not saying I'm driving the train because I wasn't first on, but I want to be at least somewhere on the first bus leaving Soldier Field.
What did Jake say for those of us that couldn't hear him?
He just started clapping.
Oh, okay. All right.
There was an audible clap from the back.
First of all, I just love that all it takes is for you to have a conversation with a player at their locker and you're in.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But I have a good sense in people.
Oh.
Like the Carm Power Rankings. We should make a segment out of the Carm Power Rankings, which are really just the locker room power rankings.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to win you over. He's like a puppy.
He is.
Whoa.
Yeah, you kind of are like a puppy. A cute, adorable puppy.
I mean, it's kind of true. I'd rather probably be a dog than myself. All I really want to do is just be pet and sleep and eat, and get to run around all day long. I'd be very happy as a dog, for real. But Wouldn't you just chill?
I think we all would.
I mean, come
be
on.
honest.
Like have no concept of money and just what your day is. Like, when am I sleeping or when am I going to get to run around? I mean, you don't have great control of your life, but it's not bad.
Have you ever thought what kind of dog you'd be?
No, but since you're asking, I think I'd just spot answer would be I'd be a good retriever.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be a lab.
I want to run.
A lab?
Yeah.
Chocolate or gold?
Yeah, golden lab.
I mean, way better than being a fish. You got to get out there and try to, try to
wants
get
to be
food for
a
yourself.
fish.
Just feed me. Let's go.
Huh.
Yeah. By the way, the Packers are down 7-0. They keep showing zoom-ins on Aaron Rodgers' thumb.
Yep.
And I'm on Titans plus 3.5. Rodgers under 224 yards. And Derrick Henry touchdown. So we'll see how that works out.
All right.
I benched Robert Woods for Violetta's fantasy team, so we
been a big
We
show
did that
tonight.
earlier.
Why was
been
Robert
a-
Woods on the
She's got a pretty rough team. We're gonna have to help her out next
It's
year.
my first time doing fantasy.
She's just
Okay.
Okay.
How's it going so far?
Terrible.
she's 2-8. She's got a lot of work to do.
That's
I
all
did-
right.
I just-
A
Go
buddy of
ahead.
my league's 0-10.
Oh. Well, that's bad.
name's
I just
Kurt.
figured out how to switch, guys. Like, I just had 3 empty spots.
We're gonna be her team next year to help her win her league. Don't give that
future is
face.
bright.
Be a team player.
The future is bright.
But you gotta at least be able to sub the players in and out.
We're working
Well,
on
now
it.
I got
the
it.
team is gonna
I-
work on it.
Nobody told me where to go. It's not very
Like-
user-friendly.
We had a guy in our league last week that didn't bench Kyler Murray, had no idea wasn't playing. Come on. Like,
So is this
do the bare minimum here.
is this on the morning mix?
Yeah.
You're-
Yeah, we do it as a,
You're-
but it's like a,
but your coworkers are not.
they weren't helping me. They're like, this commercial break's not
Shady.
long enough. Like, I'll show you how to do it later.
I mean, that's just not a good job by the morning mix. I don't want to overstep my bounds, but there should be more. You need to get your teammates up to speed here.
Well, yeah, we're playing against each other though, so I mean, I can respect that.
Nah, that's dirty. You got to be able to. That's not fair. I'm looking out for you.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right, Adam. Anything else before you go?
No, that's all I got. You guys enjoy the rest of your show. Power
There was
crew
one
here.
there was one question actually. I'm sorry. There's always one more. Your favorite sporting event that we were talking to Violetta about this earlier. Your favorite sporting event that you've ever been at, either covering or as a fan.
Yeah, Game 2 World Series 2005.
Okay, that was Yeah, okay, I knew that answer. We've definitely
All right,
talked about that
next
before.
one would be Final Four when Wisconsin beat Kentucky. When they were undefeated, Kentucky was undefeated. And then third, though, beyond that, it's kind of a tie between the Rose Bowl, just in general. Just go to that should be a bucket list item for everybody. The Rose Bowl, and then covering the Ryder Cup at Medina was just amazing.
I love golfers.
Okay, I mean, I did not know we were going to get golf in here as in this same pantheon of what you just named. That's hard for me to handle. But congratulations.
Okay, well, can I paint a picture for you to turn you around on that idea?
Sure.
Okay, picture the 15th hole on Sunday. Americans clinging on to the lead, right? And and I don't even remember who the golfers were on this particular hole because it didn't matter. So basically the golfers hit their shots to the green, all right? And then trailing behind the golfers, the guys playing in the Ryder Cup, all by himself, walking down the middle of the fairway with a stogie in his hand. Who do you think it was?
Mike Ditka?
No, your guy.
Oh,
Michael
MJ.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Is that not the most boss thing in the world?
That would have done a lot for me. I'm not.
I mean, he's just walking all by himself like he has free range of the golf course along with the golfers.
Because he does.
Which he does. It was the coolest thing. I think that was also the day Rory McIlroy showed up almost late for his tee time because I think he was hungover. But that's okay
awesome.
too. Yeah.
All right. Pre-game Sunday, my friend.
All right. Talk to you guys.
I'll have a peace offering for Sunday. We're enemies for the rest of the week, But Sunday, I'll bring a peace offering.
The problem with this is a one-way enemy thing. I love you. I don't view you as my enemy.
Well, I gotta represent Bears Twitter, so if they're mad at you for whatever reason, I gotta take their side. So
okay, that one tweet that I had a valid point on. Sure.
Yeah, we don't like valid points.
You guys should be best friends because when Bears fans want to talk to people at CHGO and get their opinions, it's Adam, Nick, and Will. According to Greg Braggs.
He's talking about the meeting. We'll talk about it Sunday.
He's not sore about it at all.
Upset.
Obviously not. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
See you. All right, Adam Hogue off to his palatial estate as we get ready to.
Palatial. I love that word.
It's a good word. Yeah. So I got the update.
Did you see Twitter is shutting down as we're talking?
What? Really?
Well, it's not, but it might be. Because we've been in flux here since Elon Musk took over.
What's your take on this, Violetta? Elon Musk is ruining Twitter. We can't
somebody that covers this put Twitter just alerted employees that effective immediately all office buildings are temporarily closed and badge access is suspended. No details as to giving why. We're hearing this is because Elon Musk and his team are terrified employees are going to sabotage the company. Also, they're still trying to figure out which Twitter workers they need to cut access for offices, blah, 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 blah. So everyone, the trending right now is RIP Twitter.
Okay.
So we all might be losing Twitter.
Between this and the Ticketmaster not being able to sell Taylor Swift tickets, what are we going to do?
Yeah, goodbye Twitter. RIP Twitter is trending right now. I for one wanted to stay. I like Twitter, but maybe it's not the worst thing for humanity.
I mean, I have by far the most followers on any social media platform and on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you need to get on Instagram.
What about TikTok? You TikToking?
No, TikTok's too hard. They're so far in advance there, the kids and the people who are already trending. There's no catching up.
That's not true. You can catch up.
No, you can't. Forget about TikTok. If you're not already popular, you're not going to be.
I see that, but that's what they say about Instagram.
No, Instagram is where it's at. But Instagram is more pictures like Twitter is headline news, right? Like you can put a little one sentence, which is a whole story, and you get the whole message,
right,
which is the best part. But listen.
I love the talk. I do.
TikTok? What do you watch on TikTok?
My feed is the greatest. I
told him his algorithm is
my algorithm is sports, food, pretty women,
dancing,
sports, food.
Ew, I honestly can't imagine what I would like. I'm going to scroll through your phone later and see what types of.
He sent me this video of these people dancing, mostly girls.
Yeah.
And he was like, we should do this on Sunday. And I was like,
it was a great dance.
And I sent him back a text. I go, your algorithm's got to be so messed up.
Who doesn't like a good dance with a...
What's it go like? Is it more hips, more shoulders?
Well, it was...
Is it the Meghan Trainor? I wear my Versace, dude. That's
not. I wear my Versace, but
okay, because that one's very popular right now.
What do you have it over there, Braggs? I know I sent it to you.
Yeah, I do. I'm just making sure it's appropriate enough.
It's moderately appropriate.
Let me see. Oh God.
No.
Give me.
I mean, I sent one with 4 guys of the same dance. So there's girls doing it and there's guys doing it.
There's all kinds of people doing the dances. Don't worry.
It's not the milk crate challenge, St. Omni. This one is. Can you give the tune on there?
It's gone.
It's gone?
It's on our text. Yeah,
okay.
See, here it is. This is what he sent me.
Oh wow, you guys would look great in those sports bras.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, you guys would really blow up on TikTok.
I think we could be big.
Because me, Adam, and Mark should do this.
Adam would not do this with you. Adam would look at you the whole time.
This is why Adam has that look of disdain every time he has to talk to us.
I think it'd be great. One of these.
Yeah, you do the sideways.
A little this.
And that's when I text him. I go, man, your algorithm.
And we're good. Chat, come on. Would you not like to see the crew at CHGO do a solid TikTok dance? Let's go. I'm not wrong here. And by the way, when we do that dance, we could be doing it with our Shady Rays on.
Ooh.
Shady Rays is the best way that you can possibly do sunglasses. Premium, polarized shades, world-class optical clarity, substantial durability, styles catered to everyone and every lifestyle. Let's go. Best part about Shady Rays? That's right. The best protection program in the world. I mean, how long does a pair of sunglasses last for you?
Like 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months, and then you're like elite there.
Yeah,
I'm like 3 days.
Really?
Yes, I put them on a chair, I sit on them, I lose them. I wish that Shady Rays would be doing the same thing for winter gloves and hats, which I just bought gloves yesterday, lose it the same day.
Well, honestly, I'm glad that Shady Rays is here because people forget to wear their sunglasses in the winter. The sun's still out.
There you go.
What the heck?
There you go. That's an excellent point. They have the most insane protection program in all of eyewear. Lost and broken replacements. You lose it, they replace it. And exclusively for you, our fine CHGO listeners, Shady Rays is running their deepest deal of the season. Use the code CHGO, 50% off 2 or more pairs. ShadyRays.com. Buy one, get one free. 2 pairs for as low as $54. That is straight giving it away. Redeem only at ShadyRays.com. By the way, when you check it out, ShadyRays.com, see some sweet sunglasses.
Sounds nice.
Yeah. See, you're a beach going individual. You love the lakefront in the summertime.
Yeah.
Even in the wintertime.
Yeah.
They don't trust me to do ad reads.
No?
Yeah.
Honestly?
No, I mean
No.
can't.
See, this
No,
is
I
where
can.
this is
just
where
joke,
this is where
'cause I
in
butcher 'em.
this is where in the show Braggs complains and then he doesn't
You've
realize.
been complaining this whole show. Oh, Greg's mean to me. All this crap.
I'm just naming what's true.
My favorite comment that I saw in the comment section is that you're on your phone. That Braggs is such a millennial.
Yeah.
Will you
Well,
hand-
earlier, because I was seeing actually that Twitter news because somebody.
Hand that to him, and you can do.
here we go.
And you can do that read. Go ahead.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah, okay.
You ready?
Don't read the stuff in parentheses.
Yeah.
Is that no?
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I
Go
am
ahead.
Ron, I am Ron Burgundy.
Tell everybody about DraftKings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
And
ahead.
I'm on my phone because I'm interacting with you fine people in the chat, making fun of me and Mark.
Also, it makes it more human when you have a little natural conversation, maybe mess a word up. Like,
Yeah.
you run with that. Own
That's
that.
what I think. The ad
Yeah.
reads are so much more fun when I butcher them.
Right.
So, I will not read what's in parentheses, but I do want to tell you about our good friends over at DraftKings.
Oh, the best.
And your kicker's lining up for an onside kick.
On your fantasy
Oh,
team,
he is?
Violetta.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
The chances of regaining possession are slim. The stakes are high. The tension is even higher.
Enormous.
I feel
Cut
it.
it with a knife.
That's what I'm talking about.
Your pulse racing. Dun, 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 dun. He kicks, and you watch as the ball lands. Make every play feel this exciting with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the National Football League, and their unbeatable offers. Right now, new customers can make any $5 NFL bet and get $200 in free bets if your team wins. Check this out. In addition to the usual bets, everyone can boost their winnings with DraftKings. Stepped up, same game parlays. And that's it.
That's cool.
You can do.
Yeah.
I've had some winnings tonight. I might come away with keeping the under. Cody, our guy Cody Del Mendo, who does a great job with CHGO bets, he always advises you to slam the under for Thursday night football games. It's like the Justin Fields over for rushing yards. You can't miss. So DraftKings, make your bets, win some money. Gotta love them.
That was poetic. Honestly, you took us there. You drew like a picture.
Good night, everyone.
We did. Well, no, we got one more thing before we go. Okay. Justin Fields.
So cute. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Taking Chicago by storm.
Yeah.
This is for everybody. Steven, you're in on this. Who does Justin Fields remind you most of as far as Chicago athletes are concerned? Who has given you the excitement? Who pops to mind when you consider what Justin Fields is bringing to the table Sundays on the lakefront, Sundays wherever? Who is he most equivalent to at this point in his career, second year in, with what he's been able to do in the last, call it, 5 games and all that? Braggs, go ahead.
You're asking me? I thought you were asking about
I'm asking both of you, but you look like you're ready.
I mean,
I got to think about it.
Okay, well, I've said my few, and they're coming up in the chat. Derrick Rose. I mean, I'd compare him to Devin Hester as far as electricity, but Devin only, returned punts and kicks, some wide receiver, so he didn't have the ball in his hands at all times. Like Derrick Rose, the point guard of the Chicago Bulls, and Justin Fields as the quarterback is the point guard of this offense. Ball is always in his hands, electrifying, young. And then if you also want to add the demeanor, which I do, you guys laughed at me when I compared his demeanor to Derrick Rose's. He doesn't get too high. He doesn't get too low. He doesn't bitch at the refs. And I think that is something that you can also compare to Derrick Rose. You're never going to go to the upper echelon. You never compare anyone to Michael Jordan. So you got to stay underneath there with some of the different electrifying players we've seen in the city, and there really hasn't been that many. So I'm going to go with the former MVP, Derrick Rose.
Anybody?
I feel like he's so similar to Jay Cutler. Vibes. No, I'm kidding. They're like so different, right? I don't know. Like, who comes to mind for me is just like, I guess, that winning Cubs team who like just had good camaraderie, right? So like the idea of like, we're playing a game here. Let's make it a little bit fun. We want to win, but
maybe like a Chris Bryant, like a wholesome, good, super talented. I think that's where you're at, and
like
I like that.
A younger guy that can get better down the road, and probably just needs a better team to help him get there. Because not one person on that team made the Cubs, right? It was 6 or 7 or 8, or the whole team that really added to all of that. So I don't think he can do it by himself, and which is the hard part from what I'm hearing from you guys. But yeah, so I think it's just his attitude is the best, like that winning Cubs team.
I actually like the Bryant comp. And
on the chat, Kurt Gullidge says Javi Baez, maybe more so than Bryant because of the electricity.
A little more flair, sure, but
yeah, but Javi really had a lot of flair.
Yeah,
and he had some holes
and
too. I don't see many holes.
I would say that Fields is way more solid than Javi to your point, right. And he's not as flair-y. He's a little bit more of KB to me.
But let's say this much, because like I said, you never compare anyone to Michael Jordan.
You don't, but
never. But if he were to bring home the championship to the promised land, he would have a statue just like Michael Jordan.
So that's like, let's just get excited as we close out the show here. Think about where he would land in the Chicago landscape.
He would be on the Mount Rushmore.
If the Bears win a Super Bowl and he plays the key part in it, which in all likelihood the way this is going, that's how that would be. He might be second to Jordan in the city at that point. That's a big.
Walter, I don't know if he's going to jump Walter.
If he's the key guy in
never
winning
had a quarterback, so it'd be close.
It would.
You're saying one game though. I know it's the big game.
Super Bowl.
It's the big game.
The whole season.
They'd be a champion.
But that's one.
Yeah, but we haven't had one since 1985. Before, basically before time at this point.
Yeah.
I mean So it would be and the Bears #1 team in town, always in forever football. Fields leads them to the promised land. It'd be a very, very, very select company. How's that?
The question is, where's the promised land and where's the statue going? Arlington Heights or Soldier
Right.
Field?
Arlington. It'll be right on the front entrance when you're walking in.
The front entrance, right where it's at. I'm getting Lori Lightfoot in here. I've been working on it, and we're gonna get George McCaskey in here too. This is my dream, and I'm gonna broker a deal with the city and the Bears.
Wow.
And everybody is going to love me for it, even the people, except for the people in Arlington Heights. All right, Violetta, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Chat.
Check her out in the morning mix.
Yes.
101.9. Braggs, love you.
See you. Super chat.
See you Sunday. Vibing with the dogs. My bad. $1.99 super chat. Stop, Greg. You'll jinx it. Remember, Rose got hurt. We really had to read that.
I know. Well, it's a super chat. So. Oh, he's a cute little boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
The person, I forget who wrote it, but said that I'm a lapdog. That is rude. I like my space.
Cute little Marky with his bad sports takes. Sorry, Mark.
No problem. And yes, love you too, Will. And I'm not the least bit bothered that nobody asked me in the chat about my tennis match last night.
How'd it go?
He won.
Thank you. Maybe it's because I put it out on Twitter, but on to the finals. I was playing on half of a left ankle. and I was down 4-1, and I was ready to quit and say this is just not good for me.
Battled.
But I battled, and I took him down.
Yeah,
That's
because the
amazing.
guy you played, what's his name? I mean, he sounds like somebody out of the Olympics.
His name is
The last name.
yeah. It's not Schnugelman. It's not Schneiderman.
How do you not remember any name? Anytime I call on you to say a name you just
Kirschenbaum.
said. Kirschenbaum.
Kirschenbaum.
Sounds like some kind of Olympic great.
Meanwhile, he's a doctor. He's a urologist. There was like a very serious call coming in right in the middle of the match. Like I was like, oh my god, you have a real like important job. If like,
Right.
things are happening over
Yeah.
here, like I do this.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so. Maybe that distracted Kirschenbaum because he wasn't focused.
Hey, it worked, right?
Yeah,
I love that name.
yeah. Kirschenbaum gave it his all, and
A great villain.
we're on to Cooper. Cooper for the final Monday night. Come on out, selling tickets. We can say goodbye now.
Okay.
Thanks for the beer.
Great meeting you.
Yeah, I need to get another one. Nice meeting you too.
Yep. Hey, Steven, thank you for producing. Russ Dorsey, thanks for being here. Even though we couldn't talk to you, we love you. And we'll see you next time on Bears After Dark. See you Sunday for pregame.
Bye.